What's going on YouTube and my 2 followers I have so far. Right now we are working on the job site out there in Fontana, new construction home. We have to be doing uh, about 800 square feet of concrete, about 5 yards of rock. We're going to do a two-tone white and black rock, and then just a small little planter bed. Should be able to knock it down in a couple days. So far, we're about 2 days in. We set the drains, we put the planter in, we're filling it in with base right now. I had to go to the yard and grab our compactor because we're gonna obviously need to compact that base before we set the forms and make sure that we are ready to go for concrete. Um, Concrete, unfortunately, is not going to be poured until Tuesday because it is going to be raining on Monday. So we're going to take a day off on Monday, and then Tuesday we're going to go ahead and pour concrete, and then finish it off on Wednesday with the final cleanup, and arrange the rocks and get everything taken care of. But for now, let's get this compactor, get it up on the trailer, and get going. No real easy way of getting it. Just gotta pull it out here.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand.
Not going too far, so not gonna worry about strapping it down. Alright, let's get back to the job site. So right here, this is day one. We're just doing a walkthrough, marking off the territories. Here, the customer chose to add an additional 2 feet. So we're gonna go here and erase the first line that we did. And she was happy with that, so we just added that onto the estimate. Concrete here. So this line is 8 feet from the house. This is where the concrete's gonna go. This one that kind of curves is going to be two-tone rock, so we'll have white and black rock. And then this section will be a raised planter bed across the back side. So ahí está bien. Thank you. So here I'm just spreading out the base over to the far back side. We needed about a foot of base. And then towards the AC and towards this other drain was just, 4 inches. So this backyard, we ended up installing 12 cubic yards of base. So that's 18 tons of material added just to kind of level out the property because it had a really big dip right down the middle, and we want to eliminate that by filling it up with base, getting it all nice and smooth, so there's no puddling or anything like that once the concrete and rocks are installed. This right here is day 4. So I don't have any footage of day 3, but the guys came in and put the form in for the concrete. Also, the black and white rock you can see there on the left hand side and the weed barrier fabric was installed. So the only thing that we will have left to do would be final cleanup and then organizing and arranging the rocks and stripping the forms. Okay, so just finished this concrete and the neighbors on this side as well. We did do the neighbor's backyard a few weeks ago where we did the turf, the concrete, planters, and sprinkler system. We just didn't do this section, and then he called me, wanted to add that one on, so we went ahead and told him that we were going to do his neighbors, and we just added extra concrete and saved myself on labor and additional pump and all that kind of stuff, so that worked out great for us. So we just finished up the backyard project. We had the concrete drains, we had the rock and the planter bed and some soil in the planter. Total time it took us 5 days. So day 1 we took care of the drainage when we started getting the levels that we're gonna need. Day 2 we started putting in the base and getting that compacted. Day 3 we installed the weed barrier fabric for the rocks. Got basically everything ready and lined up. Day 4 we poured the concrete, and then day 5 we ended up stripping the forms off the concrete, cleaning everything up, organizing the rocks, setting the bender board to separate the 2 different color rocks, and then just kind of a final cleanup. So this job did go according to plan, so there was no hiccups, no issues. The only thing that was changed on the project was the initial 2 feet of additional concrete that we ended up pouring or framing out. But good thing that one happened, or that was addressed during the initial walkthrough, and we were able to go ahead and charge them for the additional services and discount them for the rock that we're now going to be putting on there, and was able to get all that taken care of, which actually worked out really smoothly and did not have any issues at all. So this was a good project.